What is up? It's Wednesday night, week before 14. It is basically playoff time now for some of us, or if not, you already know you're in, or if you're basically contending to go in. Hopefully, you don't own a Eagle, Colts, Dolphin. Who else is on by? There's one more. I can't remember. But there's 4 teams on by this week. So, anyways, who is that fourth one, anyways? I'm trying to think. Who's on by this week? So I can't think of it.
Colts,
I know it's Colts.
Patriots.
Patriots, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
All the big ones,
Hopefully you don't have one of those players, and if you're just trying to sneak in, that's yeah.
And I'm trying to sneak in. And I'm trying to sneak in.
Fence, bro. You are on the fence. You are technically in.
Winning, I'm in, man. Winning, I'm in.
Yeah. In a way, are you though? Are you? Because technically, on the bracket board, you're already in, right?
Yeah. Right now, I'm 6th, and I'm a game ahead of anybody else who could pass me.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm a game ahead of anyone who I'm 6, but I'm 1 win above you. You're in.
Yeah.
So if I win, I'm in.
Yeah. I had to turn on my noise cancellation.
Headphone
things. Yeah. But yeah, no. I think 4 of us are about to take your spot if you don't win.
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 people who are 5 and 7.
But it also depends on points. And we were talking about this yesterday. I only had you by 5 points.
Yeah.
Points 4. So again, if you have another miraculous week like you did, I don't know, week 6 or something, and have the record or something.
On my best 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Seems so far away.
But anyways, so we have questions already. We'll get to it. The chosen one hit us up early just before the show, so we'll get to that right now. But right now, we're just going to describe what we're doing today. We are breaking down IDP players as of now. We're going to start early because some of us already starting to tank. If not, this is probably your last week to trade. And if you don't have trade deadlines in your Dynasty League, why not just trade now? Because, you can help these contenders push them along the playoffs and then make sure that you get higher draft picks. Today we're going to talk about George Karlaftis. Karlaftis?
I think it's
Karlaftis? Yeah.
Karlaftis.
We'll call him George today.
George.
Yeah, George. Out of Purdue, 6'4", 275. And then our other guy, we're going to talk about someone else. We're going to switch Drake Jackson. We were going to do him, but we're going to switch it up to DeMarvin Leal. I think I favor Drake Jackson. I saw some of the film. It's pretty good. So both D linemen. So we're going to start with the D line and the unsung heroes of IDP, and then we'll go into DBs and then linebackers. So anyways, so the chosen one. So he says, start 1. Jerry Jeudy, Gage, Reynolds, MVS, and he also has Kirk. Who do you got here? Because right off the bat, I'm looking at this. I see Jerry Jeudy, but then I also see Teddy Bridgewater. Then I see Gage, who I'm not trusting that they're going to play the Panthers, and I'm not exactly too confident that Matt Ryan's going to get it to him if Pitts is playing and Zacharias is playing or whatever, and Gage. I don't know. There's too many confusion parts there in Falcons. I just can't trust.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then you got Reynolds, which I'm assuming is Josh Reynolds out of Detroit. So MVS, who is playing Chicago Bears, I do like that. And even Kirk, who is going against LA on Monday. So,
Jerry Jeudy's going against Detroit.
Yes, I do like that. Right off the bat, I'm looking at Jerry Jeudy or MVS.
Those are kind of the two I was kind of going back and forth on too.
Yeah, I do like that MVS has a better QB, and they're also going against Chicago's defense. So they just came off the bye. But let's see, the week before that, they played LA and he had 9 targets with 4 receptions. And then the week prior to that
The
was
Minnesota game, he balled out.
Yes, Minnesota, which was 4 receptions but 10 targets and 123 yards and a touchdown. So I don't know. You say Jerry Jeudy, right?
I think I'm leaning to Jerry Jeudy, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say MVS. I think MVS. And do you want to argue against what you think, or why, or do you want me to go first? Or
I just feel like outside of like playing against the Vikings, the Detroit Lions defense hasn't been that good this year.
I don't know about that.
They haven't been terrible, but I don't think they've been good.
Yeah.
They've just kind of been okay.
And that's the thing, though. Like, is okay good enough against Bridgewater?
Bridgewater's had some games.
He had some, but he's not like. Do
against
you feel confident? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna argue the MVS. I would put MVS in.
It's too many mouths to feed for MVS, man.
Say what?
Too many mouths to feed. They got to pound the ball with both Jones and A.J. Dillon. They got Adam.
Okay.
Adams.
Right. That's it.
I just think they're
well, then therefore MVS is next.
I think they're gonna go up big and they're just gonna run the ball. It's also gonna be ice cold.
These guys, no, I don't care about that. I know these guys can play in the cold. Green Bay Packers can play in the cold just as much as the Chicago Bears. If any 2 teams can play in the cold, it's these 2 teams. Maybe New England and Buffalo. But other than that,
before I talk about it being ice cold, I should see where that Detroit. Oh no, but it's in the Broncos, so it'll be just as cold there. Never mind.
So look, my argument on MVS is because he has a better QB. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback, arguably, than Teddy Bridgewater. The Chicago Bears DBs suck. Yes, you probably can't run against them very well. Those front 7 are probably a lot better than it is the DBs there. But I think that you have a stronger chance at a receiver standpoint than a running back standpoint against the Bears. That's my only argument. All these receivers are not, the best you want to play. However, though, Jerry Jeudy is probably the most targeted. Well, I don't know. MVS caught had 9 to 10 targets in the last couple of games.
But here's my counter argument for Jeudy. Jeudy is wide receiver 1 in Denver. And I feel like that game's going to be closer down the stretch, which means they're going to be passing. Whereas I think by the half, Chicago could be losing 35-0.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I do like the matchup, though. It is Detroit.
Hey, Braden.
MVS had some amount of targets as Devontae last week, so Rodgers taking shots with him, and he has 9 targets prior game, 10 the other one, and then I didn't see past that, but I mean the last 2 games is almost 9. However, he just needs to catch him.
Yeah,
but he's kind of being relevant. Let's go back to week 10. All right, so that one. A little.
You can't go too far because he was hurt.
Yeah, and I think that's where week 10 Seattle was up at. But they just came off the bye week. I'm okay with MVS. You say Jerry Jeudy. Unfortunately, that's not going to help your case. However, it helps the fact that we're not picking Gage, Reynolds, or Kirk. So pick your Jerry Jeudy or Reynolds, or sorry, not Reynolds, but MVS. So, and then his other one was Fairmouth or Conklin against, let's see, Fairmouth. They're playing each other this weekend.
Yeah, they're playing each other.
Thursday, tomorrow. I'll start first, and I'm going to say Conklin.
Okay.
With the loss of Thielen, it's going to help. It's going to hurt them a little bit. The loss of Cook is going to hurt them a lot.
Cook might play.
Yeah, but is he going to be on a snap count? Is he going to re-aggravate that injury?
How good he'll be, but
that's my point exactly.
It was all over the news today.
So all you have is JJ, Conklin, and Osborne. So I think if he's getting pass rushed by TJ Watt, which he will, I think in last desperation move he's going to throw it to Conklin right there, just dump it off to him or Madison. Is he going to have enough time to do the deep bomb with JJ? I don't know, but I think that in this situation, I think Conklin might be a little bit better, and I don't know. Fairmouth does have a chance because out of these two teams, like you mentioned yesterday, one of them tied the Lions and one of them lost to the Lions.
Yeah.
So I don't feel confident about either of these, but either of these two teams, it should be a good game or it should be a very boring game. We will find out tomorrow. But tomorrow, you and I will probably break down that a little bit more, go into it a little more deep as we do our Thursday lunch hour show. But
I think Braden's picking your guy.
So Braden says MVS had the same amount of targets. I read that one right. MVS is Aaron's deep shot guy most of the time. If Judy runs further than 10 yards, Teddy won't hit him. So, I mean, yeah. I love how Braden can just like still be part of the show, but that's our third guy. Just without a face. I'm gonna create a separate camera, just put a dummy on it.
Yeah.
With a little smiley face, and then we're just gonna name it Braden. Braden just I know.
We'll put his Fast Time logo on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, I'm gonna say Conklin, but you say Fairmouth, right? Well, why do you say Fairmouth?
For almost the exact same reasons you're picking Conklin. Ben's not gonna have time to throw it to the receivers, and I feel like if they do their homework, they should cover Najee Harris. Because that's the one guy he throws to like 20 times a game.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've watched any of the Steelers games, but Fairmouth always does these routes where he goes like 6 yards, 7 yards, cut this way, cut that way, stop. And that's where Ben just hits him.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's too many. Is he going to go to Deontay Johnson again? Maybe are they going to I don't know. It's just there's too many questions there.
No, Deontay had his game. He's done.
So take a rest. Someone else.
He's done for the rest of the year. He has 2 games. He's done.
I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, I can probably predict that the Vikings a little bit easier than I can the Steelers. Is Fairmouth going to get a touchdown? I think yes.
I think he's due. I think he's gone 2 games now without one. So
yeah, but I think Conklin can get one too. So I'm gonna say Conklin on this one. You're gonna say Fairmouth.
Yeah, but I feel like even with injuries in the earlier in the year, I mean, Conklin only had like 1 decent game.
Yeah, but with the absence of Thielen, you don't think they're gonna rely on? That's what I'm saying.
Even with other injuries, because didn't JJ miss a game? I think Thielen missed another game.
I don't think he's that bad though. I think you're.
I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't think Cousins. I just don't think Cousins throws to the tight end, where Ben Roethlisberger throws to the tight end.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see.
That's just me.
We got Conklin at 16 on rankings, and Fairmouth is probably higher than that at 14. They're not that far from each other.
Yeah, but Fairmouth just started playing. He missed. He didn't really play the first couple of games.
I don't know.
They had Ebron.
I like the fact that Conklin.
Yeah, you like the fact that Fairmouth.
No, because all right. So I'm gonna pull this up. Let's see, Fairmouth. This is gonna come down to it's gonna come down to snaps for me. I think, and 73% of the time he's out there. Okay. Then if I go to the Minnesota.
No, you can't go by snaps because Higbee's out there 100% of the time, and he does garbage most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if it's gonna come down to this, though, like if there's this close, I'm gonna have to go with this. I think now Conklin's out there 95% of the time. 80, 95, 80, 80, 85, 87 the past 5. Fairmouth 73, 76, 57, 62. Like who else is out there running around like an idiot? Are they going with 5 linemen? Is this why he's getting sacked all the time?
No, they have Ebron still.
Oh yeah, the freaking ghost of him.
That's why Fairmouth didn't start really getting anything until like 3 or 4 weeks ago because they finally allowed Ebron, or they finally allowed Fairmouth to play, and they're like, oh, he's actually doing something.
All right. Well, we're not helping Chosen One here, or the chosen Rose here. So, but Braden, who do you be the tiebreaker?
Be the tiebreaker. Obviously, you went with MVS. So,
you went with MVS over Jerry Judy.
So who you got, Braden? MVS. Fairmouth or Conklin?
Yeah,
be the tiebreaker.
See what we have. This is why we need you on the show. But if you could type it, that's fine. Anyways, so let's so as we go into the season, I think we've mentioned this. We kind of like trade deadlines to be before.
He hates me.
Well, Ebron is on, but I think Conklin.
So that's why he's gone up.
I just think Conklin has a better chance. We'll see. You want to put a bet on this tomorrow? We'll put a bet. I don't know. We don't do really bets. We're not doing spike bets here because this is not the morning spike. Which, if you are going to be here on Sunday, the morning spike we do. That's different show, but
we can same do related.
I'm down. We could do something. We'll talk about it today. I don't know. Ooh, I have one. Okay. I'll talk to you after about the show. This is our according to our Pat Tillman run coming up. So we'll do that. So yeah. Anyways, so let's talk about these rookies that we're so before we get into that. So we're talking about people tanking, people getting to the playoffs, now trade deadlines and whatnot. So last week we mentioned that trade deadlines, if we liked them during the playoffs or before the playoffs, and I think I actually brought this when we were watching that primetime game with the Bills. I actually asked Braden, and we kind of came to the agreement that, we like it before, but then there was that idea if we did it during playoffs, if we didn't have a trade deadline, like that would tilt the playoffs. People would trade a little bit more. Why? Because they want to win. But then again, the NFL typically doesn't do that. They have their trade deadline as well. So kind of makes things fair. We talked about this. So, and I think you mentioned you also like deadlines just before the playoffs, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I said.
Where typically redraft leagues do it week 12? No, 10. Wasn't it like week 10?
I don't know. But I know the Nerd Huddle was this past week. It just passed.
Okay. So they're 13. I don't know. It just seems early to me. I like it just before the playoffs. Even if I was doing redraft, I feel like the later the better, because
I agree.
Then if you're about to make some moves or not. So especially in Dynasty League. All right, so our first lineman that we're gonna do is a DN out of Purdue, and I'm gonna pull his video up here.
George.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about George here. So, let me mute this though, because I don't want any accidentes coming. I'm gonna share it. But did you find out anything interesting about these two?
Interesting? No, I just got their stats and stuff.
Okay. All right.
I gotta look at his bio. There we go. What do we got? It just says he's from West Lafayette, Indiana. Okay. 6'4", 275.
Yeah, I can get that. All right, let's put this up in here. We do that and add the street. There we go. All right, so this one's a little bit longer than our.
He's entering the draft.
Most of these guys should. I'd be very upset if they're not. This especially this guy. This guy, he's not as good as the other guys. But you can tell. But let's hit play as we talk about evaluate him as a DL. So I think that was him. It's kind of played there. So he should be number 5.
Yes.
So he's not bad.
Jeez.
I feel like he got lucky on that one. No one really shed the block on. It looked like it was a play to the right. So I'm not going to get to them. That one was okay.
Nice. That was nice. Okay. He straight up said, "I'm just going to move you out of my way."
So I know we were going to talk about Jackson, right? This today as well.
Drake
Jackson. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Our 5th guy. Ooh, he got it. So
USC.
Make it. Yeah, so I was gonna add him as our fourth guy, but apparently he's fifth on the rankings. There's a guy just before him that's potentially getting on. This guy's definitely getting around. What I'm not seeing is a bull rush. Is what I want to see. How good is his bull rush? He's definitely doing his job and getting around the guy.
Well, he kind of did a bull rush on that second one. Wasn't that kind of like a bull rush?
Kind of. I felt like he went back on the inside. So
there he goes. 50, 55? No, that guy. Ooh. Okay. Closing speed.
Yeah. So Drake is fifth on what the lineup is prediction of what he's going to be taking. That was nice. Went into the outside as DN, and then cut back inside. And then, boom. So there's a guy who I do not like at all who's ranked fourth. I have no idea why he's fourth, but I am going to show him next week. And I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me. Why is this guy number 4? However, this guy is massive.
It's probably. I was going to say it's either got to have to do with his size or.
Yeah, I was looking at it. And this guy is 6'6", 340, and out of Georgia.
Jesus.
Let's just keep that in mind.
Good God.
I did not like him, but yeah, it wasn't that great from what I've noticed. I don't think it was that great.
I feel like at 6'6", 340, he's gonna be too slow to be an end.
He's not an end. He's a D lineman. He's a nose.
So he's a tackle. Okay.
He's a tackle. Yeah, but I know we're doing 5 at each position. Then we're moving on. So yes, yeah, he did declare for the draft. Okay, thank you. Great. As of now, a lot of these guys are actually accepting their invitations to the Senior Bowl. We'll see if we get a couple of clips of the Senior Bowl when it's closer to that time, towards the end of February, early March. But I mean, this he's pretty quick, man. He's pretty quick. I like him. Was he 6'4", 275?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's a little bit shorter, but a lot
lighter.
No, bigger.
Like heavier?
Than the other guys. Yeah, the other guys are like 6'6", 250.
Okay. I wonder if it's all in his thighs.
Now the next guy though, he's
busted. I like
he's burly.
Like. Now I couldn't find anything on him really much, but I like this next guy. So the next guy,
he's 6'4", 290.
Yes. So
DeMarvin Leal.
DeMarvin Leal, yeah. So out of Texas A&M, his clip isn't as big, so he needs to hire some bigger scouts, or maybe Texas A&M don't have big recruiters there. I don't know what's going on, but as of now, this is just his small little highlight video that it's okay. It's not bad. I do like him a lot. Am I gonna burn a top 4 pick on him, like 4 or 5? Probably not. So let me see if I can get that up in here. All right. So where you at? There we go. All right. So this is probably like a minute long, I think. So out of Texas A&M, he's pretty good. He's got speed. Not entirely a big dude, but he definitely can get there. He's a very smaller guy, so he uses his speed. It's basically, he's all up in your face. So he's definitely gets in the back.
290, and he's got speed. That's nice.
Yeah. So I think it's all in his like height or something. He must be like all muscle, because if he's 290 and he doesn't look like a really, that was a nice hit.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look fat at all.
No, so this guy's probably like 5% body fat. Ooh, give it to him. So, and look how fast he is. This dude can run.
Yeah.
So, not too big of a highlight, but I mean it is what it is. So, and Will says not always about the size. Yes, Will, not always about the size.
Unless you're the guy Martin doesn't like, then it's all about size.
What are we talking? Is that a Joe Mixon joke? Is that a Joe Mixon joke?
No, that was the 6'6", 340 guy that
Oh,
you're like,
okay. No,
how
all
are you
right.
ranked 4?
We'll show him next week. I don't know how he's ranked 4 coming in. Yeah. According to that, yeah. No, it's not always about size when it comes to that guy. And that guy, what's his face? Jordan Davis, 6'6", 340 pounds. Big guy. But we'll show more of him next week. And I'm not gonna have a real big talk about him real much because I'm probably gonna show him about 30 seconds, and I'm gonna say this is the rest of the video. Literally, it sucks. He sucks. But other than that, hey, DL's not that big popular when it comes to IDP. I know our good friend out of Get Right Fantasy Network over there, he just absolutely won't even take DLs. Some leagues don't have DLs. I like DLs. They're more prone to sacks usually. Sometimes it gives you that key edge on sometimes if they have if you need that extra point or whatnot. IDPs is very different. So speaking of our show, we need to redo that show and stop showing that trade one. I'm gonna leave it that trade one last week because there's some leagues that this is their last week, but we definitely gonna have to work maybe this Saturday and redo a new one. And plus the last one, I think you messed up, and when I asked you what it's kind of like Madden, and then you said Dynasty, not franchise mode. So I don't know if we messed up on that one, but we'll get it right this time. We'll get it right this time. All right. So next week or tomorrow we have our lunch hour. We're going to break down the Pittsburgh and Minnesota. It's going to be a cold one. How do you feel about if Cook plays? Do you still start Madison?
I mean, I kind of would. I mean, if he's the last option, I'm not. Even with Cook didn't play, I don't know if Madison has a real favorable matchup against that defense. I think they're more susceptible against the pass. I think that's why the Ravens couldn't beat them because their passing game isn't really good.
Right. But
no offense to, but they have a strong running game, but yet they couldn't really do anything.
I still think I'd play him.
I would. I think he'll get hit once or he'll be on a pitch count.
Yeah, it's his shoulder. And I hope another running back with shoulder injuries is Swift. They're saying that's looking good. I really hope that they don't play him this week. I really hope they give him another week to rest him. You don't ever want to put the guys who are just they took a week off or whatever because they're banged up. Are they ready to roll out the following week? Maybe, but I feel like a shoulder is lingering. Let's take James Conner 2 years ago. That guy had a shoulder injury the entire season. They rolled him back out. He would re-aggravate it. He was gone, and then we saw more Benny Snell. And now a healthy Conner, and look what he's doing now with the Cardinals. He's doing fantastic right now. So other than that, though, I feel like these guys are they in desperation mode? They need to throw these guys out there, or is it right now? What do we got? 5-7, 6-5-1. So they're both in the hunt from what I saw, right?
Yeah.
So let's see if I can pull up the NFL playoff tree.
I think if they win and the 49ers lose, they could get that last. The Vikings could get that last wild card spot.
With who? Wait, doesn't someone need to be losing though first?
Like I said, if the 49ers lose.
Okay, my bad.
Well, if Minnesota wins on Thursday, then the 49ers lose. I think Minnesota can get back into that last wild card spot.
Okay. So let me see if I can actually show this. And there's this. It's not exactly ideal from what I want to show.
But the AFC is crazy. There's 12 teams within 2 games.
I was hoping they would show something a little bit easier than this. But so if going in, right now they're in the hunt right now. So 9-4, 10-2 Cardinals, and then the 9-3 Packers and the 8-4 Tennessee Titans. Who would have freaking thought that?
With all their injuries and stuff?
I have no idea how these guys are up there right now. They just getting they're gonna get blown out. They have to.
Well, they'll make the playoffs and lose like they always do.
Well, probably. And then you got the Ravens here at 3rd seed and the Chiefs at 4th seed, which is also another team that I find very, very interestingly weird that they're there. So, and then you got the Bills here at the 7th seed, just under the Bengals and Chargers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, what? So, I don't know. I'm looking at this and you look at NFC, you got the Cardinals, the Packers, the Buccaneers, Cowboys, and the Rams in there as well. And
yeah, Washington football team.
Yeah, Washington is in there.
The number 2 wild card.
And then this is where we're getting into on the bubble, which is in the hunt for playoff contentions.
See, Vikings are right there.
Yeah, and the Vikings are right here at 9th seed at 5 and 7. Under the Eagles. I think the Eagles will get that spot, though. I don't think... look at the Lions. And then automatically eliminated. Here you go. You just suck.
The only team eliminated so far. The Lions are still got a chance.
Because they're the best team in the NFL.
Can you imagine if they come back and make the playoffs? That'd be nuts.
No, there's no way. Like everyone would have to lose their entire game this week for them to actually sneak in. The Bears would have to lose, Packers would have to lose, and I don't think it's gonna happen. So you, my friend, are tired as hell. Oh my god.
I'm always tired. It's my life now.
Why?
I don't know.
It's like 6 p.m.
Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas, even else.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of Will, I think I have him this week. I really hope he loses, and I don't even care how mean that sounds. All right, Will, I'm glad you watch.
I don't even care how mean that sounds. You're losing.
The fact that you're watching right now, I'm so glad. Why? I'm gonna do this live, so all of our other friends in Nerd Huddle can see what you did. I'm gonna call you out. Now, if anybody who gets traded an offer, or you get a trade offer, please, for the love of God, respond. Okay? Don't let it time out. That's the most annoying thing. Yes.
Oh, you traded. You did it. You offered him a trade.
And in Sleeper, it was an hour. I was like, oh, I messed up. I redid the trade, same trade, upped it till the end of the day to give him some time. And then he goes, oh, yeah, about that. Yeah, no, get out of here.
Like, at least reject it.
The entire time I waited for him no, it's too late, bro. It's too late. I don't care. It's too late. I'm salty about this, and you're the worst trade partner this season. I haven't made many trades. You hit that this year. You're welcome, Will. I dubbed thee the title of worst trade partner of 2021, and I haven't made many trades. It was somebody else in our league, and you probably already know who it is. But he almost got it. There's always one every year. Of course, I'm going to forget about it next year, so it doesn't even matter. And I hardly know about how to make a trade. You just hit accept, guy.
Or you can hit, so you go to the trade section.
Or counter.
You can hit accept, reject, or counter.
Nothing you say will.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Nothing you say is going to save you right now.
You just click the notification and brings it up.
I already dubbed you that because trade deadline's over. But anyways, do I use my mouse?
Mouse or Contra?
Get out of here. All right. So anyways, yeah, and then you know what's funny is now he's without Swift, and that was the originally trade for it. That was the trade.
Can Siri step in?
What did he say?
He said, "Can Siri step in?"
No. So, all right. Well, anyways, so we're looking at this playoff bracket, man, and as we predicted, Seahawks weren't going to do anything this season, so we called that one out from the beginning. They did nothing with that line. They did nothing. Well, they only had 3 draft picks. So you and I did pretty good on that one. We also said the Jags weren't going to do good. The Bears, we were I'm a little surprised here. Sitting that low. I expected them to be a little higher, though.
Yeah, I think the AFC, we were pretty spot on. I think the NFC is just blowing my mind.
So AFC, all right. So we kind of all right. I don't think we called this though. The Bills.
No offense to your team, I had never in a million years thought the Falcons would have 5 wins.
Hey, miracles happen.
Like you guys trying to you would think they'd want a better draft pick, but
I'm just like taking all the heat. I don't care anymore.
I thought the Panthers would have been better. I thought the Saints. I didn't think the Saints would be great, but I didn't think they'd be where they are. But they've had injuries. I
thought they were going to be lower than that.
I think if Jameis had played, they would have been better. To be honest.
I'm actually okay with the Saints being here. With the whole issues of then basically rebuilding everything on the offensive side, I like it.
Giants already won twice as many games as I thought they were going to.
Yeah, where are they at? Let's start from the bottom. Lions, we
said the Lions. I figured Seahawks. I didn't think they'd be.
Yes,
good.
We did.
No, I didn't. I thought they'd be 4th in their division, but I didn't think they'd be this bad.
They are 4th in their division.
Yeah, but I didn't think they'd be this bad.
At 4-8.
Yeah.
I thought so. They couldn't do anything last year.
Just under 500.
No, what I said, or what I remember, what we kind of agreed on was Cardinals being. Well, you kind of disagreed. I think you said the 49ers being number 1.
No, I said
LA, or was it LA?
I said Rams, 1. Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks. So other than the top 2, I got the bottom 2. Right?
Okay. Well. I'm pretty sure I said Cardinals number 1,
yes,
Niners being 2, and then Rams being 3. I got 1 right. So, and that's the most important one because that's the one that can earn me money.
That's true. You got that going for you.
Yes. Hopefully it stays into fruition and that makes that happen. So Jaguars were not surprised. Jets were not surprised. Fredo, if you're watching, you're probably not, but if you ever miraculously.
Oh yeah, you have that spike bet.
You have some spike bets, my friend. I don't think you're gonna get your 8 wins. I told you they were gonna be under 6. There's no way in hell they're gonna get above 8. But wishful thinking very much. So 6 and 7, okay. I'm not too like shocked about this. I thought that entire division with the Dolphins and the Bills and the
well, I think what's Patriots. More shocking though for the Dolphins is that they were 1 and 6, I think, or 2 and 6
last season.
No, this season they've won 5 in a row.
That's true. They've been on a weird run, a good run. But I record-wise, I'm not surprised where they're at right now. I thought this team, or I thought these 3 teams would definitely trump the Jets, and then they would it would be very close. But if you actually think about it, 6 and 7 is not that far from 7 and 5, and
no, they're only 3 games away from first place.
Yeah, so we kind of predicted that a little bit. I think the biggest other shocker I would probably have is the Bears being this low.
No, I thought the Bears are right where they're going to be, where they are.
You think so? I thought they would do a little bit better. I really thought that they're
not going to start to improve until Nagy's gone,
unfortunately, and that's what I did not predict. Their defense is good. I can argue that. I really thought they had the pieces there. It sucked that their first or second round draft pick lineman got hurt, and then they had to go back in free agency and go pick up some old fart and help them out with their line. So it's been interesting with their line, and we didn't really think that Justin Fields was going to be their savior this season. I was hoping that was going to be Dalton. I thought they'd be a little bit better. I just didn't think they were going to be this bad. I maybe predicted 6 wins.
For me, though, the biggest shock has to be the Patriots. Who? No one could have projected
being number one.
Late in the season, the Patriots would be the number one team in the
AFC. No, I would not predict
rookie
that.
quarterback, and
I thought they were going to do a lot better than last season, which they are obviously.
Well, I thought they would make strides and they would be better, but
they made a lot of off-season moves, which is definitely not Belichick's.
No, and then sometimes it takes time for them to gel. I just didn't think it would be this
quick,
fast. Yeah.
Yeah. How much did Jonnu Smith get paid? Because that guy is making bank, isn't he? Like for doing nothing. Because they signed Hunter Henry first, did they not?
And then they signed him almost virtually the same time.
I think one day and then the second day.
No, I think Jonnu got signed first.
Was it?
Yeah, because I remember when he got signed, I was like, oh, maybe we have a shot to get him. And then like, nope, going to the Patriots too. I was like, oh, okay. So, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm going to look for a better playoff picture, man. This one sucks.
I think everybody except for Martin's probably shocked about the Cardinals being 10-2.
Besides,
besides you.
Besides me, yeah.
Can you even imagine they'd be 10-2 though at this point?
They would have to in order to win the NFC division, or not the division, but the.
They could be 9-3 and still be winning their division.
No, I predict
they could be 8-4 and still winning their division because they had the tiebreaker on the Rams.
Don't make my predictions any worse than what it is.
Right? I'm just saying, like
I was hyped.
I know, and rightfully so, apparently.
Hey, I have proof. Go back on it. I have proof.
I think the Packers are like right where everyone pretty much thought they were going to be.
Yeah, this is the best one I'm going to find because
to the chagrin of the Panda and Grizzly show. I'm
going to go to. This is it. All right. My last option is go to Google Images and see if I can find a better one. Not going there. Yeah, these are horrible. Yeah, these are really bad. All right, we're not doing that. But
try ESPN or something.
This is the best we're getting. I tried. They gave me mumbo jumbo. They just get ESP. This is the ESPN one here. I'll show you. It's not that great. It's just a list. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just goes down a list.
No.
Where this one shows both side by side. This one, it's like a list. And then I have to keep scrolling. I scrolled maybe 4 or 5 finger scrolls. I'm barely on 3 because they have videos in between. So this is the best we got. So, anyways, not too much today. Besides talking about IDP and these guys. But I mean, we can cut it short if you want. No questions. Why? Because everyone looks like they lost.
They're right. All of our followers apparently did not do well with our with our suggestions.
Hey, it's not us. All right. I feel like
we started off pretty bad though. Oh, don't start Terry McLaurin.
But I mean, it's like you get close to the whittling. This happened last year on the Nerd Huddle. This happened last year. It was towards the end, and things started to whittle down. People started giving up, which I strongly suggest not to. Just don't. Be the guy to knock someone out of the playoffs, because you can always rub it in their face next season. Like, yes, I was the guy who knocked you out. Like, you're still salty about last year, and you'll probably not, like, never forget about that either, because, you know, you had a chance, but then the week before playoffs, 3 teams ended up in the toilet bowl. So, but just don't do that. But anyways, as we get closer to the NFL playoffs, who do you think is going to win right now? Of these 8. Okay, of the whole thing? Okay, we can go to the whole thing.
Or are we just saying who's getting to the Super Bowl, or what are we saying here exactly?
Okay, give me your top 4, and then who's going, and then who's winning.
All right.
Do I need to scroll down a little bit more, or do I Do I need to go down to?
No, you don't need to go that far.
You don't believe in the Lions?
No. I think we're looking at.
Do you want to go to top 8?
We're doing top 8 now. Okay.
No, it's up to you. Like I'm just scrolling. I'll go slow. How about that? And then you can look at what I'm showing here, and then see what you think.
So the divisional round in the NFC is going to be the Cardinals, the Buccaneers, the Packers, and the Rams.
So not the boys.
Heck no, they're going to lose. They're not good.
Now, is that the Washington fan out of you?
No, I've seen them play. I think when they were playing crappy teams, they looked amazing. But whenever they go up against, I know they blew out the Saints, but going up against that defense, their offense didn't look great. They
haven't been healthy all season
super
either.
Long run. But do you think they're going to get much healthier come postseason?
Yes. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Okay. So you think it's going to be the Rams instead of the boys?
Yes.
Okay. So
unless
this stays
of course
the same.
The Cowboys or the Packers, or no, I guess that they wouldn't play each other, but unless the Rams end up playing like the Packers or the Buccaneers. Okay. But I think at this point they would play the Cowboys, wouldn't they? If the season ended right now, the Rams would be playing the Cowboys.
Yes, for the
football.
wild card. Yes,
we'd be playing the Buccaneers again. How exciting! And then the Packers
we beat them this year, though.
And then the Packers would have the 49ers. We did.
All right, so hold on. All right, now that we brought that up, is it me or did Chase Young just need to kick rocks for the Washington team to be better?
I don't know. It's
the
weird,
moment
isn't it?
Chase Young left, that defense started shining.
Right?
I don't know what is going on with Washington football team.
The only thing I heard is both Rivera and the defense coordinator, Jack Del Rio, have come out and said that they felt like the first part of the year everyone was playing individually. Like they were worried about their own stats. They were just playing for themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, I think I heard that somewhere.
And he said that they went back to the board, and then after Chase got hurt,
okay.
He said that actually brought them together as a team, and now they're actually playing as a team, and now all of a sudden they're actually really good. And I'm like, why did it take Chase Young to get hurt to realize this?
Because isn't he captain?
Yeah, he is.
So
I wonder if maybe he came out and gave him a speech or something.
Probably.
Like after the end of the game or like during practice or something. I'm not there, but that doesn't mean we're not good. I wouldn't put it past him.
Right. What was the injury anyways?
Tore his ACL.
Oh, that sucks.
So he's probably be lucky to make the start of next year.
He'll be fine.
Oh, I think he'll be fine, but he might not.
He's not a running back. He'll be fine. All right. So speaking of team and not playing like a team and being individual, I guess you can consider this small amount of news, I guess. But our number one predicted IDP player coming into the 2021 season is officially released. That guy was Zach Cunningham. I thought that he was going to be balls to the walls. Good. And you know how I say, the duds on the studs.
Mm-hmm.
He did fantastic last year. I thought this year with a couple of minor upgrades in the line and
I know I had him
DBs, I thought he was going to do great. Officially today, he got released. The report was saying that he was playing as an individual, not as a team, and which when you triggered my memory of what I read. What you were just saying about Washington is the reason why they let him go. He wasn't playing like they wanted him to play because he was always trying to be better than everybody else, but not playing as a teammate, which is kind of weird. So I didn't read the whole article. I kind of skimmed through it, which I'll probably get more information when I finally fully read it. But he's gone. So what does this mean for IDP? Do you stash him or do you drop him? What do you do?
until you get any idea if who he signs with. I mean, if he signs with a decent team, I might
he's
keep him.
rostered. He's rostered, and I'm gonna find
Yeah.
out the percentage of how well he's rostered.
I would keep him unless going into the offseason he didn't sign with anyone, in which case he might be one of the guys I let go. Because if he doesn't get signed, that means something might be wrong. And then if he doesn't get signed in the offseason coming up, then obviously he has no value.
13% rostered.
Wow.
Increase of 1 from yesterday. Or as of today.
That 1%'s like, dang it.
That 1% is meaning that everyone's trying to get him, or there's a small 1% of the IDPers are trying to get him because he's going to end up somewhere else and probably ball out. He is a good player. Now, we also said this about Jalen Smith, who's also a good player, and look what happened to him. He took a tour around to the NFL, America, and then nobody liked him, and then he's done. So with him, I think Zach Cunningham still has some time. He's only 26 years old. As a linebacker, that's still young. So we might see him sign with someone here pretty soon. And they're still able to do that. So, but yeah, it was very shocking.
That is shocking.
Yeah. As of, and maybe the emerge of Kemu Gregory Hill, and then with Kirksey and all that, maybe this is the reason why they're like, you know what, we have assets here. We don't really need you because you don't really care. So that's probably why. That was of 7 hours ago.
It happened again, by the way.
What do you mean?
We brought up players and Braden signed them. He picked up Hill.
Well, he's a good player. I don't blame him.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I don't blame him. At least
he's
watching. At least he's watching. So, hey, thanks, Will, for the decline. Freaking only 2 years later, but stupid. He just texted me decline.
So out of curiosity, what was the trade?
It was DK Metcalf, Josh Jacobs for DeAndre Swift. He also has Russell Wilson. I thought he would like the stack. I'm not also leaving him running back-less. That's a word. And I would gain Swift. And now he's playing me, and he has no Swift. And I'm playing Josh Jacobs and DK Metcalf against him. You best believe. Because why? The Raiders are playing a pretty solid matchup against KC.
Is Josh Jacobs good now?
I think he's slightly above the average. I think what it was is Gruden. I think it was Gruden is not utilizing him the best way.
Jacobs, and he bit me in the butt.
Jacobs has been doing pretty good in the last couple of weeks. At least PPR, he did 24, 19, 11. And I think his worst week was against, oh my goodness, KC. That's not good. And I'm putting him in. But this was also back when issues with coaching was happening, and I think he got hurt that week or something.
Oh, we also messed up last week too.
What's that?
I don't remember exactly who they were, but I know they asked us like Renfro, somebody and somebody. Oh, they said Renfro, Montgomery, or Mooney. And we both went Mooney. Yeah, that was horrible. Renfro in a PPR league cleaned house with 10 receptions for 97 yards. And Montgomery went off.
Well, I don't have a crystal ball.
And Mooney only got like 2 points.
I can't predict the future. I can only assume what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
it's weird too, because for the most part, what we said was going to happen happened. Like the Cardinals went up big early.
Yeah. I mean, so far, everything that we have been saying, I'd say we're a little bit more right than wrong.
Oh, I would say so too. I just thought it was funny.
But this is fantasy football. Anything can happen.
The only real big wrongs I can think of were last week, and then the Scary Terry. Don't play Scary Terry.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest ones.
Week 2 against the Giants.
Yeah.
We were getting the rust off. We were working through things.
But anything can happen. It's fantasy football. I mean, crap, the Lions beat the Vikings.
Right. We did have the warning afterwards. We said, and at the end of the day, you set your own lineups.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what we all play fantasy football. We manage our own teams, but it's all good. But regardless of the fact, it's been a good year, a crazy year, a confusing year, but it's been a good year. And the only reason I say that is because we did not have any coronavirus issues as much as we did last season. They were talking about canceling the whole season last season, week 5. Oh crap, that sucks. But they pushed through. They just kind of moved some games around. Every now and then a guy will pop off and he'll be down for this week. For instance, this week we have who do we have? Who just Mark Ingram?
Yep.
Just as of today got cleared positive. There was a receiver. Was it AJ Brown? Or someone like that?
He's on my team. I had 2 people who popped up. I was pissed.
Ingram
was one of them.
He was a receiver. I know that.
Allen, Chargers.
Yes. And then so hold on. So with the Allen being positive, Mike Williams was a close contact, so he's on a 5-day potential. So he might actually miss too. Ooh, that's going to change the Chargers game.
Well, as of right now, Allen's still expected to play because he is vaccinated.
Right, but Williams is not. So they might give him a 5-day. Is he not?
I have Williams in another league. God dang it.
So I think Williams might be the one out. But Great. As we get closer, it's only Wednesday. We have 2 more days, so we'll figure that out as we get closer.
There's a playoff game because that commissioner decided to start the playoffs this week.
Well, yeah, in some leagues. Unfortunately, we're in that league that does it. So that touchdown league is very interesting and very frustrating, but it is what it is. We've been in that league for so long that we just might as well just stay and just put up with the camaraderie of the other people.
Tony Pollard's questionable now?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Where have you been all day?
This is the
Where
worst.
have you been all day? All right. Anyways, that's our show. We're gonna
Henderson out. Can I put Sony Michel?
We're gonna let you cry while I close out. This is the Dynasty Pylon show. Kind of quiet today. It looks like a lot of people are kind of whatever. I'm in the playoffs. I'm not in the playoffs. If you're in the playoffs, you already know that what you got to do, or you have the bye week. So as of now, it is crunch time for some people, and so we will see if you're in or not. So yeah. Anyways, say goodbye, Josh Allen. Later, Mark. My name is Martin. Dynasty Pylon show, and I will see you tomorrow for our lunch hour. We will. Do you want to go 11:30 or 12?
We'll do either.
Whenever we decide to do it.
We'll get on.
We'll get on there. But yeah. So, anyways, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Good morning, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys whenever whatnots, and hopefully you guys have time. Give us some questions.
That will.
I don't know. Probably. Anyways, well.
Getting hyped when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.